Here we'll do a problem involving speed units. A driver on the German Autobahn might drive at 160 kilometers per hour. What is the equivalent speed in mph? First, let's talk about what mph stands for. The M stands for miles, the P stands for per, and the H stands for hours. But remember that per, usually in math terms, stands for a division sign. So miles per hour we could write as a fraction, with miles on top and hours on the bottom. This is what we're going to need to get for this question. But let's look at what we have. We have kilometers over hours. So notice that we already have hours on the bottom, and so we won't need to make any changes on the bottom. But on the top we'll have to change something. We'll need to go from kilometers to miles. The information that we're given that says 160 kilometers per hour, we can say that means we're going 160 kilometers if we drive for an hour. We'll write that information separately for the moment. I'm going to write down that our goal is to change those kilometers to miles, but my hours are okay as they are. We'll write down 160 kilometers first, and multiply it by a fraction to get out of kilometers and into the unit we want. The unit we want here is miles, and so I place that on the top and place kilometers on the bottom. We're going to use this conversion factor that I'm underlining in green now. 1 mile is 1.61 kilometers. We'll place a 1 next to miles and 1.61 next to kilometers. Therefore, my operation will be 160 multiply 1, divide by 1.61. We can go to the calculator and find that now. We'll take 160. Multiplying by 1 will not change our answer, so we don't have to enter that, but we divide by 1.61. When we press enter, we get 99.37, which I'll round up to 99.4. This will be part of my answer. We also know that that's how far we're going to go in 1 hour. So let's remind ourselves what this question asked for. We were asked to find the equivalent speed in miles per hour. Let's remind ourselves that our answer will have miles on top, hours on the bottom. The miles I have are 99.4, and the hours I have are 1. Take 99.4 and divide by 1, and we'll still get 99.4 miles per hour, which I'll abbreviate as mph. So if I was driving on the German Autobahn, I might be driving at 99.4 miles per hour.